walk around in service of a 600 series Draper header. Flex and rigid header would be the same in this area. We'd want to take, and as we move between fields or hook up to the combine, anytime we're doing that, I'd like to encourage you to take some electrical contact cleaner and rinse off the hydraulic fittings of the combine and header to prevent dirt entry into the hydraulic system and to save the seals. If we use electrical contact cleaner, it's less likely to damage the electrical connector seals inside the electrical connection and the hard plastic that holds the contacts. Also in this area, we need to point out the telescoping shafts and their lubrication fitting in this area. Also, we have the same type of telescoping shaft for the feed drum drive shaft, and it would have the same fittings in it. It's critical to maintain these lubrication fittings with Contour Master and automatic high sensing systems, because the header's constantly doing that, causing the shaft to shorten and lengthen as you operate through the field. And if we don't keep it lubricated enough, it's going to be hard on your U-joints, on the lubeless U-joints. You don't have any Zerks on those or lubrication fittings to take care of anymore. Plus, it's harder on our reverser drive shafts and the input shaft into the drive gear case. This header drive gear case requires 80-90 weight or GL5 oil, and its oil level to be maintained and checked is this plug right here with the header resting on the ground. We have a radial pin slip clutch behind this cover. As you can see, there's a lubrication fitting back in there. That lubrication fitting, there is 3 of them on this clutch. My goal here would be that we would keep that radial pin slip clutch greased. A radial pin slip clutch, if it's not greased properly, will actually slip sooner than if it is greased, due to the drive dogs and how they're lubricated inside there. The 3 lubrication fittings is just to give you ease of lubricating without having to turn the drive shaft of the header to get that access. On the 600 series Flex Draper headers, we have the in between the belts, we have a drive for the drives of the belt. With that drive, we have a gear case, and this gear case, as you can see, has an oil plug for checking oil level, and that is 80-90 weight oil also. To maintain correct side belt draper tension on the 600 series Flex Drapers, we have a tension gauge with a pointer. Maintaining it in the green zone is the ideal zone for operating. To adjust our draper belt tension, we have the draper belt tension adjustment bolt here on the left-hand end, which would be the same location on the right-hand end of the header behind the shield. On our telescoping knife drive shafts, we have a Zerk or a lubrication fitting here that we want to keep maintained, so this shaft can slide in and out as the flex header goes up and down. Preparing this header for harvest, we have a 90-degree gear case for the knife drive. With that, we have a dipstick here with 80-90 weight oil in it that we need to maintain. Knife drives on the 600 series Draper headers, rigid or flex, are lubed for life or filled for life with grease from the factory. And we have found that if we over grease them, they want to overheat. So maintaining or leaving them at the level they are from the factory with factory fill lube for life system is the best advantage to maintaining that knife drive. We have real lubrication point for the bushings right here. We'd have on a 635, we'd have 2 of those lubrication fittings left and right side of the header, and on a 640 we have it in the middle. Also in a 645 FD would have one in the middle. During lubrication of this, I would like to encourage you to grease, pump grease until you see it start to flush out either end of the bushing, so we keep dirt flushed out and keep adequate grease for the day's harvest. We have the knife drive Pitman actuator. On the earlier models, they'll have a lubrication fitting on it, or on the later models, or if you pick one up at the parts counter today, they will no longer have their lube for life from the factory. In maintaining our daily service, I'd encourage you to check your hold downs with 20 thousandths or a business card thickness. And when we maintain that correctly, we keep the sickle section sharper, the guard sharper, we reduce wear and stress on the knife drive, and also give ourselves better life out of our knife cutting system. To adjust it, we would simply use this bolt. By tightening it back here, we'll tighten the hold down to the sickle section. With a dual knife drive system, we have maintenance here in the center to maintain and keep an eye on. And our goal is, again, to keep a 20 thousandths or so sickle clearance with an air gap because the sickle sections overlap each other at this point. Also, keep in mind you've got some special sickle sections to have on hand here in the middle, and the guards to keep available in case you had an infield breakdown. On the 2015 model 600 series flex drapers, we have a tool now for helping clean out certain areas of the header around the belts. Now I'd want to double check for bulges or material that may have gotten caught under the belts at the rollers at any one of these locations of the rollers area, or if crop material is caught in this area. Deere provides a tool now to help clean out some of that debris. If it was stuck in this area back here, you can hook it and pull it out, or if you get material under the front seal of the belt, you can easily pull that material out with this new tool. During our daily service or anytime we want to get under the header, please remember to put the feeder house safety stop down. The center belt or the feed belt tension is maintained by keeping it flush with the edge of the header frame, the center Draper belt frame right here. If it starts to stick out a little bit past flush, then we need to tension our belt tighter. During the harvest day, if you ingest some dirt and have some troubles with the center feed belt getting debris or dirt under it, there is a quick way to open this door, and that's simply by taking this bolt left and right sides out, and this door will swing down. For preparing this header for harvest, I would encourage you to lock up with the flex lockouts, the brackets that you see here on each stabilizer arm. This bolt has this end cap, and there's one on the left and one on the right side of each stabilizer, and by taking this nut off you can pull out the flex lock. But for wheat, we would encourage you to have it in to take pressure off the HydroFlex system, and as you can see, this one here is set for wheat. This header is equipped with off-ground header height sensing, and I want to make sure that you understand where to store the lockout clip as we come out of fall harvest and put the off-the-ground height sensors down. This is a quick storage pin location. If we were to put it back in this location and we went to set it on a trailer or set it on the ground, that pin's going to hit the original lockout. On the center feed Draper belt and drive system, we have an oil level to maintain on the gear case. As you can see, simple 80-90 weight oil, maintaining the oil level.